Imagine you're driving down the freeway, cruising along at 70 miles per hour when suddenly the brake lights of the car in front of you turn on. Well, what is your response? Well, before the days of SUVs, minivans, tinted windows, and lots of trucks, when you could usually see beyond the car directly in front of you, you would have applied your brakes, which would have alerted the car behind you of the possible need for quick braking and kept you from getting rear-ended. Today, rarely can you see beyond the vehicle in front of you. Only when the vehicle immediately in front of you puts on their brakes are you made aware that there is even a need for braking. In most instances, when driving conditions are good and there is a reasonable space between vehicles, there is sufficient time to stop your vehicle. But the reality is that quite often the driving conditions are not ideal, and as a consequence there are disastrous collisions involving multiple cars and, unfortunately, injuries and deaths. In situations of limited visibility, rain, smoke, fog, this is even more likely to happen. Approximately 2,600 people die each year in rear-end collisions, and an additional 560,000 are injured. Now, an ingenious invention, which was recently granted a U.S. patent, will provide unprecedented safety. By mounting sensors on the front of a vehicle, you can sense the brake lights of a vehicle ahead and immediately turn on your own vehicle's brake lights, alerting the vehicle behind you, and of course, if the following vehicle also has this system, it immediately alerts the vehicle behind it, etc., all decreasing the chances for rear-end collisions by propagating the brake signal down the line. Of course, vehicles that don't have the system will slow down the propagation, and their chances of being rear-ended are higher. Having the system is a form of self-protection. According to Daimler-Benz and NTSB, an extra second of braking can prevent 90% of rear-end collisions. This invention gives a driver about a 1 second earlier braking alert. Of course, too rapid propagation of the brake light signal could be disruptive to traffic flow. To avoid this problem, an onboard computer monitors the vehicle's speed and inserts a small delay before engaging the brake lights and propagating the signal. As speed increases, the delay is gradually reduced. It is important to note that the automatic propagated signal is of a fixed duration, about a second. Also, the brake signal is immediately terminated when the brake light that triggered the propagation is turned off. By varying the delay based on the speed of the vehicle along with the fixed duration, the brake signal disappears after only a few cars at slow speeds and propagates through more vehicles as speed increases. The effect of this is that not only is safety increased, but traffic flow may actually be enhanced, and perhaps most intriguing of all, this can be done at a very low cost per vehicle, without any need for infrastructure expenses. This is only meant as a brief description of the brake signal propagation invention and is not meant to answer all detailed questions about the patent. Brake light propagation.